So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 7-7, our score after 1.
With the score tied 7-7.
A 1st down carry by Elliott. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Elliott going to get it again on 2nd down. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. 3rd and short yardage, Prescott.
This ball nearly intercepted. A once-in-a-season chance for the big fella, but he couldn't corral it. 4th down, straight ahead.
You could tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. Inside give to Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go to Elliott again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the 1st half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. To throw is Prescott.
Open man lamb, it's complete.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 24-yard line. From the shotgun again to Elliott. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been a running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a 1st down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
1st down, Prescott.
A quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Elliott, toss right. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. On the move to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On 4th down, Prescott goes off, and on comes the Cowboy kicker, Brett Maher, for the field goal try. The kick by Maher is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
For this offense, Charles, remember the last time they were out here, marched it nearly the full length of the football field, and a lot of the attack went through the air, so now they're seeing if they can duplicate that performance.
Okay, if I show my age a little bit, partner, because I can hear my high school coach, John Ford. I can hear his voice in my head. Laddie, when you put the ball in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. For the way the game's being played now, this is just part of what they do, so I don't think they should change anything at all. They've been dominant. Keep throwing it around.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. To throw here, Dalton. And he'll go right back to Thomas, complete again. That'll get him to 1st down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant.
And the Saints, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Passing, it's Dalton.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Barr.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And
But Charles, he was looking for just a short throw. Kept it in range for the rare linebacker.
Positioned himself perfectly to be there for the interception. He made the play of the game for his defense right there.
Brett Maher taking off for Dallas.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Winston. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis.
Winston's pass intercepted by the Cowboys.
Before we came up to the booth, the last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Up the middle, here's Elliott. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. New Orleans adding some depth to the secondary. They've got 6 DBs out there now for 3rd. He finds his target. It's Schultz.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert on third and short yardage with a gain of 4.
The give is to Elliott.
And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
Now the Cowboys are going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line.
Really nice effort and an even nicer stop from Marcus May there.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He connected on his first. This time it's 39 yards away. Marr able to put this one through, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, with talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. Sack like that, maybe that can get them going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said. That they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott.
He's got his man, Schultz, coming across the formation.
A first down there on a pickup of 25.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
They'll try the right side with Elliott.
And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. They'll roll him out right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
On 3rd and short, going with their tight end. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Prescott on play action.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked up by the linebacker, Demario Davis.
And the Saints are going to take possession of the football.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
They'll try to get the offense going with Kamara. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
A gain of 2 brings up second and 8 at the Cowboys' 42-yard line.
Kamara gets it again on second down.
And he's got this pretty close to a first down at the Cowboys' 36. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. And a manageable third down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. To throw is Winston. And he fires one, but incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And the slot man goes in motion left. Fourth down, Winston.
Tries the left side and finds Olave. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on 4th down.
That's good for the Saints. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
In motion left is Thomas. On 1st and 10, Winston.
They'll get this out to Kamara. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Again, it's Winston.
Complete to Olave on the out route. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
Here we go with Kamara. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down in bounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet? Not just straight down, but back, because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Try to pound it in, Kamara. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. And just one man in the backfield here. That's Kamara, second and goal. He's going to get it again. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Third and goal. Keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Jameis to throw it.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Barr.
He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
But just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other. Every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
From the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly.
Back to it after the pick 6. Winston. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Malik Hooker. And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense for the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now Prescott. His throw incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
On 3rd down, Elliott. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10.
And the Cowboy first down.
Here's Prescott. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. 23 yards on the play. They're looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
76 yards rushing now for Zeke, and he's got a 1st down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
Again, it's Elliott. And able to work his way down to the 16. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Prescott here to throw. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On third down, it's Prescott.
Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb. And the Cowboys are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
On second and goal, Prescott, touchdown.
Jake Ferguson,
A 2-yard touchdown grab.
and the Cowboys up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it.
I have to admit, I'm scratching my head a little bit here trying to make sense of what I just saw. Number one, huge lead. Just kick the extra point and be done with it. Number two, if you are going to go for 2, just line up and go for it from the 2-yard line. Why make it so difficult? That's a long way to go to try and pick up some points.
And that one bounces out of the back. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
First down, Winston. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
To throw again on second down, Winston. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On third down, Winston. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Talk about two sides of the ball at cross purposes, because mercifully this game's almost over for the offense, but the defense, they still want to get a few shots in. That front 7, they've loved this ball game. They've been able to pad their stats, and maybe some backups can get in and get a sack as well.
Desperation time. Winston on fourth down. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
Out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. Throwing here, Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Schultz. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field.
Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Prescott to throw it. Now he's got it. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth.
Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
I know they're not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
One last shot now for Winston. Being chased out left. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against